Yo, A-Train here. In this world, every health matters. We're gonna be playing 100 days in ultra hardcore Minecraft. But there's one major twist. My health doesn't naturally regenerate. So that means if I take any type of damage, it's not gonna heal whenever I eat food. I can only rely on golden apples, potions, and beacons. There's no second chances. One mistake and the series done. My aim is to defeat the Ender Dragon, and probably just that's about it. I don't think I have what it takes to do more than this. Anyways, can I survive the 100 days? Hey, let's find out. So this is it. This is where it all begins. You know, I remember this first tree as I punch it. But before that, before I can start thinking about surviving the next 100 days, I need to make the basics. I need stone tools, a pickaxe, an axe, and all the things to keep me going. With my stone tools crafted, I decided, let's go look for some coal. And accidentally, I took my first damage of the day. That's no good sign for what's to come. After getting some coal, I decided to look for a bear cave and found some iron ore. I proceeded to mine towards it and make my first shield of the day. Now we're ready to dive deeper into the caves. Feeling confident after my shield upgrade, I headed even deeper into the cave. Which is exactly when Minecraft reminds me I'm not that guy. I spot my first skeleton. We lock eyes. It's time for my first hardcore fight. I somehow win as expected, you know, but all of a sudden 4 or 5 or more skeletons show up. Apparently this cave is a hosting ground for skeleton reunions. Or for some reason Minecraft decided to send the Avengers on me, and they have not missed a single shot to this day. They are depleting my shield non-stop, and now I make the heroic decision to run away. Definitely not a coward. But as I'm retreating, I realized that one of the skeletons fell down into the pit hole. I decided this is my chance. Okay, come on. Okay, let's go. Now, I don't know what my mindset was, but I'm an idiot. Oh my goodness. Come on. Okay, so normally the video should end right here, but man, that's just embarrassing. I can't end it off in like 2-3 minutes of the video, man. So yeah, let's just run it back, pretend this didn't happen, and let's begin. After crafting my shield, I head back down into the cave. This time, a little more prepared, and significantly a lot more paranoid. Started looking around carefully, seeing if I can see any more iron around the cave. Everything seems so calm, but I'm so afraid that it's the calm before the storm. And then, what a surprise, a zombie shows up. He walks up to me casually and gets one hit on me. And I'm getting really tilted at this point because I really should not be losing health like this. So, I do what every professional Minecraft player does. I tower up, like a coward, the most advanced combat strategy known to man. With the immediate danger gone, I start by scanning the cave to see anything better. Diamonds, gold, emeralds, maybe we'll take anything at this point. That's when a creeper tries to sneak up behind me and end the entire run just like that. Now, I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror if I went out like that, especially when I have a shield. So feeling safe again, I start building a furnace to smelt my iron, and immediately another zombie shows up. And just like that, another hit on me, another heart gone, and I'm done, mate. I already know the run's gone, because how am I meant to get to the nether if I'm taking hits from easy mobs like this? After dealing with him, I finally get some peace, and my iron finally finishes smelting. I craft my iron tools and pants, and finally, a bed. I head back into the cave, continuing my search for bear gear, maybe even diamonds. Hope is still alive. But out my corner of my eye, a skeleton. What a surprise. I approached it confidently, and for some reason, the skeleton somehow shot through the shield. Direct hit, more health gone. At this point, I'm on 4 hearts. Before I can even react, the creeper joined in the party. But for once, Minecraft actually helps me. The creeper exploded, killing himself and the skeleton at the same time. Perfect. I push deep into the cave, and immediately another skeleton. God damn it. At this point, I'm convinced I'm some kind of skeleton magnet. Like, they just know where I am at all times. I see a spider, I slowly, cautiously approach it. I'm really being cautious of the fact that I cannot afford to take any more damage. And yet again, it's like I'm just having some type of brain lag. I get hit again. It's not looking good now. Now zombies start to pour in, everything's happening all at once. I already know what to do though. I tower up, my go-to strategy. And for some reason, I don't know if he glitched out, but for some reason the zombie hits me from below. And just like that, I'm dead. New day, new me. I think this time I'm going to take things a lot more slower this time. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I actually did rage quit. This is actually a new day in real life. Like, I had to take a break. I was going to lose my mind. Because, obviously for you guys it's quick. Like, it's small little cuts. You don't get to see the whole story behind it. But for me, oh my goodness, this is hell. And I think it's more of a mental thing. Like, knowing I'm just restarting over and over again, mate. It's getting to me. But it's okay. This is the one, I promise you. We're going to take our time. We're going to take it slow. You know, we're going to stack up as much gear as possible. And then we're going to make our way to the end. Let's do this. Well, ignoring the fact I already took damage, I finished up the basics, stone tools, iron, and of course, my trusty shield. Because if there's one thing I've learned from this whole run, is that not having a shield is basically a death sentence. I also want to prioritize making golden apples for a source of healing. So my plan this time, let's just take it slow, no heroics, no impulse jumping into skeleton pits, and most importantly, survive. So I headed out exploring the world, just looking across different areas and seeing what the world has to offer. Eventually, I stopped to mine some coal, and out in the distance, I spot it. I see it. A sunken shipwreck. Finally, things are looking up. So I decided to craft the boat, and for some reason I was struggling quite a lot. Like, to be honest, it's not even my fault because I was searching on the goddamn tabs and nothing was coming up. And eventually it came to my head, A-Train, just build it, mate. Come on, what are we doing? I sailed towards the shipwreck with a small bit of hope in my eyes. I cracked open the first chest and found a leather hat with protection 2 armor, some paper, and carrots. It's not really the best gear, but the paper will be useful in the future, and armor is better than no armor, so we'll definitely take that. As for the rest, junk, except for the carrots. Maybe we'll take the carrots. So I continued exploring the ocean, just seeing where the waves takes me, and I spotted something in the distance. It was an underwater ruined nether portal, which only means one thing: free gold. So naturally, I take it. If it's free, it's for me. I opened the chest expecting disappointment, but you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. A golden apple, golden carrots, and 5 protection free golden boots. This is perfect. So I continue sailing, letting the night fall around me, and eventually I spot another shipwreck. I explore it and the loot isn't too crazy. Mostly books and a buried treasure map, which honestly is still a small win. After rearranging my inventory, I used some of that gold to build myself another golden apple. And then after that, I decided let's just sit back, relax, and watch the sunrise as we transition into day 2. Now in the morning I wanted to tackle the buried treasure chest. And you're probably wondering, why am I pausing the game, A-Train? What's going on? Now I kid you not, I was searching for this goddamn chest for 15-20 minutes straight, just moving like a total bot. Now I went on TikTok. I don't care. I cheated. It's not even cheating. It's called thinking outside the box. Now I went on TikTok and I found out how to search for a buried treasure chest efficiently. Now they gave me 2 methods. The first method is to look at your block axis when you press F3 or F2. I can't remember which one it is. And they should both have 9 and 9 aligned. Now the problem with mine is I don't have that at all. So what's the point? What's actually the point of that? The second method is actually facing north towards the map, getting as close as possible to the X, and scooting back just a tiny bit until the white pixel is, I guess, visible at the bottom of the X. And somehow, hey, we made it. Somehow we did it. Oh my god, finally, man. Or it's not even worth it. This wasn't even worth the stress, man. Damn. I mean, guys, if you're watching so far, hey, you might as well subscribe. I think I'll make up for the stress I went through. Anyway, back to the video. After looting the buried treasure chest, I decided to explore the cave a bit more deeper. And I found this underwater submerged cave which looked very promising. After dealing with the creeper, I decided to loot the cave as much as possible, taking up iron, coal, and whatever I can see possible. During this time, I decided to smelt my iron and build a full set of iron armor, excluding the golden boots, because hopefully that will be used to go to the nether. Now I didn't want to jinx it, but as I was mining this lapis, guess what's right beside me? Diamonds. This is perfect. Now, there's only 2 in there, but that's the start of many. Sooner or later, we can start making a diamond pickaxe and make our way towards the nether. Things are looking up. Like I said before, I didn't want to jinx it, but with my diamonds in my pocket and the iron armor on my body, I started feeling a bit more confident in the caves. I placed down a ton of torches, so this time the cave will feel a lot more clearer, brighter, and dare I say, safer. Eventually, I spot a zombie, my first hostile mob of the run. Believe it or not, I'm staying true to my words. I'm playing this safe. Look at me, I'm not panicking. I poured in my water bucket and I keep my distance to take it out safely. Slow, controlled, and smart. I promise I'll play safer, and for once, I actually am. And sooner or later, my words are tested again when I stumble upon another zombie, but this time he's fully decked out in copper armor. Top to bottom, fully dripped out. I tower up and take my time with it. It's tedious, but safe, because I'm not letting this run go. This is the best run I've gotten so far, and I'm not risking this. I continued upwards, mining more gold and admiring the massive cave system around me. And just like that, I thought it couldn't get any better when I found another vein of girthy diamonds. Pause. This is huge. Pause again. With these diamonds, I can finally craft myself a diamond pickaxe and make my way to the nether. Slow and steady, things are getting better and better. But that's the thing about life, guys. Sometimes there's ups and sometimes there's downs. Okay, skeleton. Alright. Okay, we got bear of us. They always want to rock up when I'm trying to get diamonds and gold, man. Okay, zombie somewhere nearby. Spider. Oh shit! No! 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 Please! I'm coming. Oh my god! Oh! This game! I can't stand this game! I can't stand this game, bro! Holy! Fuck this game! Fuck this game! There you have it. That was genuine fear that this game instilled in me. Mate, you don't understand the amount of hours. Oh, I don't think I would have redone it, guys. Truthfully, that would have mentally set me back, bro. I wouldn't be able to keep on playing, mate. Yes, but I got lucky, escaped with half a heart. Really and truly, it was strange though, because I was trying to, I don't know, man. I felt like I was playing it safe. I was like toggling different perspectives as well, seeing the area. And that zombie just snuck up on me, man. Holy crap. Anyway, I got lucky, but it's all good. So I'm going to push through, to make to the nether. And to do that, we've got to start first mining for obsidian. After coming terrifyingly close to death again, I take refuge in a small area and I just sit there for a moment, catching my breath, trying to pretend my life didn't flash before my eyes. I ate 2 golden apples, but it only brings me around 5 or 6 hearts. It's not full health, but it's something. At least it'll be enough to stop me from feeling too paranoid and start focusing on surviving again. But it feels like the mobs can sense it. Like they can smell blood in the water and they want the final hit to truly end it all. Waves and waves of mobs. Baby zombies, creepers, regular zombies. It's like the entire cave has declared war on me. But I refuse to go down. One by one, I take them out. Every swing of my sword is fueled by pure fear and anger, and a will to not restart another world. Once the chaos dies down, I keep on mining. Gold for golden apples, diamonds for better gear. It's risky, but it's worth it. Every ore I mine is another step away from death, another step towards the nether. I eventually dig into a tunnel and build myself a little mini sanctuary. A place where I can breathe, craft, and just relax. Inside there, I finally craft my diamond sword and diamond pickaxe, my first real upgrade towards progression and power. And now, the only thing left between me and the nether is obsidian. Before moving on, I finished smelting the last of my ores, iron, gold, everything I need. I just want to be fully prepared before taking that next big step. I then test out my brand new diamond sword on a zombie. A couple hits and it's gone. It feels good, I feel powerful. It's a massive upgrade from being bullied from the previous mobs. As I make my way towards finding obsidian, I gather more ores, diamond, gold, anything valuable, because I'm thinking long term now. I want to make sure I have enough gold so I can trade with piglins when I get to the nether. Eventually, I discover a nice flat pool of lava, exactly what I needed. As water was poured over it, I began mining obsidian. It was slow, painful, and tedious, but it was necessary. And during the process of mining obsidian, it turned to day 3. After a couple minutes, I collected everything I needed and headed my way up to the surface to create a nether portal. Before heading back to the surface, I allowed myself for a small moment of greed, grabbing any extra few chunks of gold I see, just for the why not. Finally, I find a water stream and I start swimming upwards, higher and higher, leaving the cave behind, and then I break through. Daylight, fresh air. Whew. With everything that happened down below, being back to the surface feels like a small victory in its own. But now that I'm back on the surface, I gotta finally stop and ask myself an important question. What's next, A-Train? I've got obsidian, I've got diamonds, I've survived more near-death experiences than I like to admit, but if I really want to take this to the last stage, I need to start thinking ahead. So my next goals are simple. Explore some villages, gather resources, and start laying the groundwork for potions. Specifically healing potions. These aren't luxuries, these are necessities. With my plan in mind, I head out once again, exploring the land around me. I towered up, climbed some trees, trying to get a better view of the skyline. I scanned across the horizon, hoping to spot a village, but for a while, nothing. And then in the distance, a village. Finally, I make my way towards it as quickly as possible, because villages mean safety, resources, and beds that I definitely didn't craft myself. By the time I arrive, the sun is already starting to set, and I spot a villager peacefully sleeping in his bed. And as he was sleeping in his bed, I gently woke him up and commandeered his bed. Sorry mate, hardcore rules buddy. Day 4 begins, and I start by looting the remaining chests in the village, just seeing anything there I can take, and behold, I find a couple apples. So I take that in preparations for crafting any more golden apples in the future. Then it starts raining, and for once, I don't rush. I just stop and take it all in. There's just something about Minecraft rain. The sound, the atmosphere, the way it slows everything down. After all the chaos, this feels peaceful. I sit down at the crafting table and start making golden apples. But my mind's already on the next step, healing potions. I don't want to keep having to rely on golden apples. I want something long term and easy to create. And to do that, I will need glass bottles, water, nether warts, and most importantly, melons. Because without melons, there's no healing potions. And without healing potions, hardcore Minecraft doesn't forgive mistakes. So, I pack up my crafting table, step back out into the rain, and head towards the ocean. I place my boat down and start sailing. The rain slowly fades and the darkness lifts. As I make my way to the jungle biome, I just take it all in once again, and as the sun rises behind me, day 5 begins. Oh, you're still here. Hey, that must mean you liked the video. Why don't you do me a favor, like, subscribe, it really means a lot and it helps grow the channel. Thank you. Yes, you mate, the one with the cup on their desk. Yeah, hit subscribe, buddy. A new day, a new goal, and a little more confidence than before. I reach the jungle biome and immediately start gathering resources. Pumpkins. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this guy really gonna be a coward and take the easy route? Yeah mate, I am. I don't care. Because I want this completed. I want this done. I don't want to do this again, okay? So if I get judged for using pumpkins at the end, hey, who cares? So I continue pushing deep into the jungle, scanning every corner, and finally, watermelons. There it is. This is huge. With these, I can finally move on to brewing healing potions, and with that, another step for the future. With my goals in mind, I keep on traveling by boat, exploring the world even further. Eventually, I spot another sunken shipwreck, and this time, I play smart. I use the door method to create an air pocket to explore it safely. The loot it's okay. A couple books, a buried treasure map, and to be honest, I don't think I even end up using it at the end. So, I move on. Back to the boat, back to exploring. Then I came across an underwater ruined nether portal, and this one was much better. Inside the chest, I found 2 golden axes, a golden pickaxe, and a golden shovel with mending. Now I know golden tools aren't great, but I've only heard good things about getting mending, so I'm just gonna take it. I don't know how to really utilize it, but hey, better safe than sorry. I keep on moving, exploring carefully as I make my way down this hill. And you can see I'm really starting to take my time with things because I'm using a water bucket to traverse downhill. And then out of nowhere, a skeleton jump scares me and hits me and takes a chunk of my health. But this time I don't panic. I react instantly and deal with him swiftly. As I continue exploring, I find yet another ruined nether portal. The loot isn't amazing, but I'm not really here for the chests. I'm more here for the gold that's sitting on top of it. So I take the gold and keep on exploring. I keep traveling downstream by boat, and eventually I spot something in the distance. A forest village, tucked away, surrounded by trees, warm and cozy, the kind of place where you can settle down and have a family at. Really truly, I took a moment to stand there just to appreciate the beauty of this place. This place feels safe, which in hardcore is rare. I start exploring the village, open up chests and see what I can find. Nothing too crazy again, mostly paper and bread, but then I find a bundle, which is actually pretty cool. One little pouch to stuff even more junk into my already full inventory. As I keep looking around, I come across a repair and disenchantment setup, and this is where things get a bit dangerous. Not because of the mobs, but because of my lack of Minecraft knowledge. I start experimenting, trying to see if I can take my Fortune 2 enchantment off my golden axe and put onto my pickaxe. Which, yeah, I can already hear the Minecraft bangouts crying right now. Luckily, I don't go through with it, because I probably would have ruined something, and this run has had enough suffering already. As nightfall falls, I find a villager peacefully sleeping, and once again, I do what must be done. I go to sleep, and just like that, day 6. I woke up early and started exploring a really interesting part of the village. One of the houses is literally built inside the cave. It was like a half village, half underground dungeon. So as I was standing there looking down into the massive cave, I realized something. This is my chance. If I want to survive what's coming next, I need to at least get a full set of diamond armor. So I headed down, deep into the cave, mining ores, killing mobs, mining more orbs, killing mobs, mine, kill, mine, kill, mine. You get the picture. And then after a couple minutes of grinding, I finally do it. A full set of diamond armor. With full diamond armor equipped, I pack up my things and grab my crafting table. It's finally time to leave these goddamn caves behind. On the way out, I deal with a couple zombies, nothing too serious anymore, and of course, I grab any last bit of gold I can see. Eventually, I find a water stream leading upwards. I swim all the way up, leaving the darkness behind, and just like that, I'm back on the surface. Now that I'm geared up, it's time to start thinking about long terms. Storage, organization, and a place to actually settle down and breathe. So, I continued exploring, looking for the right spot. Somewhere safe, somewhere scenic, and somewhere that feels like home. And just like that, I finally find it. A small island with a beach, a couple trees, and a decent amount of space. This is it. This is where I'm gonna settle down. While I start building my house, I'm gonna speed things up and let you just enjoy the vibes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the house has been built and the Nether has been created. We are halfway there for our journey into defeating the Ender Dragon. All we need is a last bit of prep. We need to get potions, we need to understand our purpose for heading to the Nether, and most importantly, we need to survive. Standing inside my new home, I take a moment to slow things down. The house I built, the portal's ready. Now all I need to do is the final checks. I restock my inventory: food, golden apples, blocks, weapons, everything I might need to survive on the other side. But before stepping into the Nether, I remind myself why I'm here. I need glowstone, nether warts, and blaze rods. All of those things lead to one thing: healing potions, especially tier 2. If I run into any piglins, I'll trade with them. Ender pearls are essential and I need to get as many as possible because I don't want to have to come back anytime soon. But above all else, I need to find the Nether Fortress. Everything I've done so far has led to this moment. Every cave, every close call, and every death. I took a deep breath and I stepped towards the portal. The air hums, the world distorts, and then suddenly, the Nether. This world is unforgiving, it's hostile, it's dangerous, but it's absolutely necessary. This is where mistakes can end runs, and where progress is earned. Will I survive this? Only one way to find out. I arrived in the Nether and had a look around. It's not the worst spawn overall. Like, it could be definitely worse. But while I'm here, I'll just take advantage, mine some Nether quartz, and just try to find open land. To escape this enclosed area, I started tunneling through the walls, which eventually led me into another open space. But it's not quite what I'm looking for. I'm still kind of boxed in and I still need to find open land. So I keep digging, tunneling deeper and deeper, searching for something more open, somewhere I can actually move. And finally I find it, an open stretch of Nether terrain. And wow, it's a steep drop. But now I'm kind of faced with a choice. Do I keep going or do I go back to mine my Nether portal to get the obsidian? Because if I drop down now, I'm telling you right now, I'm not building back up to get there. I'm honestly not. But I eventually came to the smart decision and just decided, let me just quickly go back, mine up all the obsidian I can get, and then just make this a one-trip journey. So I crafted a boat and glided down safely. And just like that, the real Nether adventure begins. With my footing secured, I continued exploring the Nether, just taking in the terrain, learning the whereabouts, trying not to fall into any lava and instantly ending the run. Eventually, I come across piglins, and this is exactly what I was hoping for. I humanely trapped them into a small hole, for trading purposes. Like, chill out guys, it's fine. They like being in a dark 1x1 hole together, it's good. And of course, the baby piglin immediately becomes a problem. He keeps running over trying to steal the gold, so I gently have to reposition him, without accidentally committing a war crime. Once everyone is finally in place, I start trading. And when I mean trading, I mean a lot of trading. I'll spare you the full experience because it's just basically me throwing gold and waiting. After trading a stack of gold, the results are decent enough. A bunch of fire resist potions, 6 ender pearls, and a ton of arrows. Not insane, but very useful. And once I was done with the trading, I built upwards and grabbed some glowstones. This will be perfect for upgrading my potions later. Now that I'm better equipped, fire resistance secured, pearls obtained, and confidence restored, I continue my hunt for the Nether Fortress. Because trading was just the warm-up. The real challenge is up ahead. I continue exploring the Nether, fully focused on one goal: finding the Nether Fortress. Because I know how bad it gets. Some people spend hours searching for one. I'm just hoping that luck is on my side. Eventually, I reach a crimson forest, but there's a problem. It's across a massive pool of lava. So, I start bridging across slowly, one block at a time, constantly checking my surrounding, because all it takes is one gas fireball to end this run. After what feels like forever, I make it across, and now I'm inside the forest. At this point, I'm not looking for any fights, especially not against those giant bulls. If I see one, I'm gonna avoid it at all costs. No risks are gonna be taken here. I keep moving, upwards, downwards, around the corners, everywhere. I hear so many mobs around me, and I just know I've been searching for such a long time now. But just like that, I finally see it. A Nether Fortress, ingrained within the Crimson Forest. I actually can't believe it, man. Finally. Actually, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't that long, so I can't even say finally like that. But no win's a win. I dig my way inside and I get the achievement, A Terrible Fortress. And this is it. This is the turning point for the entire run. From here on out, every mistake matters. I slow down, I focus, and I start thinking clearly. Blazes, I've got fire resistant potions. Check. Wither skeletons, I need to make sure I keep my distance, patience, and don't greed for anything. This is not the place to rush. It took so long to get here, so we're not going to make any stupid mistakes. I open my first chest. It has a saddle, horse armor, and a golden sword. It's not really needed, but I'll take the saddle just for the sake of FOMO. I found another chest. It had nether warts, golden ingots, but while I was opening it, I heard something around me, and immediately I started to panic. I started building blocks around me, blocking everything off. And yes, yeah, I do look insane, but I'm not dying because of greed. Call it cowardice, but I call it survival. I hear it. A blaze. This is what I came for. I prepare for my first blaze fight of the run. The fight goes well. I take it down, and no blaze rod. Unlucky. But this is only the beginning. We just have to find a blaze spawner and just go from there. I keep pushing deep into the fortress, and after taking out another blaze, I finally find it. A blaze spawner. I start taking them out one by one. No rushing, no panic, just clean, controlled fights. Before committing fully, I stop and secure the area. I block off any pathways where a wither skeleton could sneak up behind me, because the last thing I want to have is getting jump scared from a wither skeleton. With the exit sealed, I head back to the spawner. Now it's just me and the blazes. I also built a small shelter above the spawner. This just makes it a bit easier for me to trap the blazes when they spawn, just so they don't fly off and it turns into chaos. With fire resistance active, I finally feel secure. The flames don't scare me anymore. This is more of a controlled farming area now. I quickly check my inventory to make sure the fire resistant potions are still active. I don't want to make any mistakes here, definitely not now. I keep killing blazes, collecting rods, and staying patient. Everything's going smoothly. And then, a random piglin joins the battle. He was a warrior though, I'll give him that. He's putting in some work. Even as he's burning alive, he's taking up those shots, so fair play to him. But unfortunately, he doesn't make it. So, rest in peace piglin, you will not be forgotten. At this point, I kind of realized that right now this is calm, this is smooth, this is safe. I've got my bearings intact, I can't take any fire damage. The only way this run can end is if I get greedy or make a stupid mistake and keep getting hit by physical damage. But in high stakes situations like this, with a lot on the line, sometimes you may forget that. Okay, come on, Freddy. We got this, man. Just two more. Relax. Okay. Fuck, man. I don't want to do this again, bro. I don't want to do this again. Right, let's make sure I'm blocking as well, man. I can't be risking this. Just die. Die. Quick. Oh, come on. Oh my god. You know, I'm not even gonna chance it, man. I'm getting out of here. I'm just gonna, yeah, block that off. I'm gonna risk it. What I need to get. Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the overworld and then we'll make some golden apples. I already got gold. I'm not gonna take them on risk, man. Like, if I lose it here, I'm done, bro. I'm done. Alright, where's it? What? Where's my flint? You're lying. Hey guys, post A Train here. You're probably wondering, why is this dumbass just staring at his screen when he can definitely make his way home? For you to understand, I need to put you into my perspective. When someone is in a heightened state, flight or flight mode, sometimes the brain plays tricks on you. Now, I didn't see those flint and steel in my inventory. Enter this now. It's kind of cringe, kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie to you. But that's the truth. I genuinely, hand on heart, didn't see I had flint and steel here. Now, you're gonna realize, God, this guy's an idiot. Anyway, just to make it easier for you guys, I'm gonna place this right here. Just so you know how I felt and just so like we can pretend together. But yeah, this was top 10 Aura loss moments in 2026. After realizing I don't have any flint and steel, my heart dropped. 2 hearts. This has become a very serious situation now. I don't care about the blaze rods. I don't care about the loot. I need to get back to the overworld right now. I can't explain the emotions I was feeling at the time. Shock, confusion, fear. All I knew was that I needed the golden apples fast. I started frantically searching the fortress, opening chest after chest, praying, begging that one of them has a flint and steel or literally any type of source of fire material. But there was nothing. At this point, I leave the fortress. No fighting, no risk. If anything moves, I avoid it. But then I get this idea. What if I trade for a fire source? I'll scrap together any golden nuggets I see and turn them into a singular golden ingot and trade with the piglins. To him, I must look insane, scratching at my neck, desperate, looking for my next big hit. And what does he give me? Useless items. Okay, whatever. I make another golden ingot, trade again, still nothing. At this point, I'm convinced they're mocking me. It's like they're in it together, seeing how far a human can fall. And then, my hunger starts to drop. Now everything's collapsing all at once. But luckily, I noticed something. There's mushrooms everywhere in the nether. I still have wood, so I craft mushroom stew and somehow I keep going. I return back to the piglin area, completely stuck. 2 hearts, low supplies, no way home. But then, I see it. A lava source. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a thought crossed my mind. What if I made a portal next to the lava source and somehow it ignites the portal? Now that may sound far-fetched, but when you're in a situation like this, anything goes. I began building the frame, but nothing really happened. And then it clicked. What if, now hear me out, what if I placed wood next to the portal and let the lava ignite it? I'm not even sure if that works, but it sounds good on paper. And then, boom, it works. In that moment, I felt like Einstein, or even like Senku from Dr. Stone, a true scientist. I could have jumped in immediately, but no, I was locked in. Do you know how embarrassing it would have been if I died to fire after solving this? So, I break every block around the portal, making sure it's completely safe. And with that, I stepped into the portal and made my way back into the overworld, alive. When I returned to the overworld, I spawned underground. Because, of course I do. I started digging my way up, slowly and carefully, still very aware that it's not fully safe just yet. Eventually, I hit some water and now I'm swimming. I swim upwards, higher and higher, until finally I break through and now I'm in the middle of the ocean. So, I place my boat and start making my way back home. Alive and relieved. And quite honestly mate, a little bit proud. Back at base, I don't waste any time. I already started brewing my healing potions, and I mean tons of them. This isn't just healing potions anymore, it's about insurance, knowing that there's a safety net for any last minute dangers I'm in. Next, I begin setting up the enchantment table. This is all groundwork, everything I need before heading back into the nether. I start enchanting my gear, one piece at a time. My diamond chestplate has protection armor 4 and unbreaking, which is an insane upgrade. My pickaxe, efficiency 2, and I enchant the rest of my gear to wherever I can. As I'm enchanting, I stop and look at how far I've come. From nearly dying at day 1, to surviving the nether, to escaping with 2 hearts, and coming back better and stronger. With enchanted diamond armor, and a stack of healing potions, and a clear plan, this time I'm not just surviving, I'm prepared. The prep work is done, and now it's time to head back into the nether, and finish what I started. Before heading back into the nether, I decided to make one final preparation. I decided to craft a couple boats for my preparations for finding the Enderman. Because if I find one, I can trap them in a boat and make killing them way safer. With everything ready, I step back into the portal and head back into the nether. So the plan is, if I find the Enderman, I'll kill them and take their ender pearls, or if I find any piglins I can trade with, even better. To be honest, it's whichever one comes first. So I decided to head back to the Crimson Forest, the place I already know, and I start searching. I explore, and it just feels like this biome never ends. I'm trying to find that blue forest where all the Endermans actually spawn, but no matter how far I go, I just can't find it. So I switch strategies. I start trading with piglins again, hoping they will drop ender pearls. Gold after gold, nothing. At this point, I stop relying on luck and I go back to a familiar place. And I make a decision. I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna pick a direction and I'll just start mining. At this point, if the nether doesn't give me what I want, I'll just dig until it does. I continue sticking with my plan of picking a direction and mining. No distractions, no turning back. If the warp forest is out there, I'll reach it eventually. After a long stretch of tunneling, I finally break through into another biome, and immediately I know this one. To be honest, I always avoid this area at all costs. It's just such a hazard. There's magma everywhere, lava pools, and those little magma cubes hopping around everywhere like they own the place. It's not ideal, but I don't waste a trip. While I'm here, I start gathering resources, nether quartz for XP, and anything useful I can safely grab. After that, I head back into the overworld, and from this point on, things are starting to repeat. Back and forth, nether to overworld, overworld to nether, smelting iron, smelting gold, brewing more healing potions, restocking the supplies. This isn't exciting, but it's necessary. All this preparation adds up. Days pass, then more days, and before you know it, it's day 28. And even though I haven't found the warp forest yet, I can feel it. I'm getting closer. This run isn't about speed anymore, it's about endurance. I'm back in the nether once again, still hunting for the warp forest. And while I'm at it, I start trading with piglins, hoping I can maybe skip all of this and just get enough ender pearls. But yet again, it doesn't go my way. While trading, a ghast floats into view. Instead of running away, I react. I fire an arrow and it hits the fireball, and eventually the ghast goes down. Okay, that felt good. After what feels like forever, I finally find it. A warped forest. I genuinely can't believe it. The achievement pops up, hot tourist destination, which pretty much confirms what I already knew. I've been traveling for way too long, man. Now it's time. I start fighting endermans, and at first I used the classic stare down method, where you look at them at a distance and then you hide in a corner because they're just too tall. And it works, kind of. See, the issue is the endermen don't play fair. They teleport, they flank you, and then they chase you down like a rabid animal, and I start taking damage for absolutely no reason. But that's when it hits me. This is stupid. So I switch back to the safer method, where I place a boat down and lure the enderman in, and then once it's trapped, it's pretty much game over. It's clean and it's safe and sufficient. I repeat the process, one enderman at a time, slowly building up my ender pearls, and eventually I check my inventory and I've got enough. It's finally time to head back. I build another portal and step through, and just like that, I'm back into the overworld. I spawned somewhere unfamiliar, but the view was beautiful. It was a pretty cool structure I was looking at. I place my boat and I start sailing my way back home. The journey is calm, almost peaceful. And then, just in the distance, I see it. My house. I made it back safely. I go to bed and I end the day knowing something very important. The hardest part is done. We're finally ready for the next stage. Morning arrives and I start crafting the remaining Eye of Enders. While I'm at it, I brew a few more healing potions just in case things get south. Whew, today's the day. I'm finding that stronghold. So I step outside and throw my first Eye of Ender. It shoots off in a clear direction, so I guess that's where we're heading. I hop on my boat and start sailing. When it eventually gets to land, I climb up the mountain just to get a better view and make tracking a lot more easier. I throw another eye and it heads in the same direction, so I keep on moving. And then I throw another, but something feels off this time. It turns back the other way. So I stop and I'm thinking, what is going on? This only means one thing. The stronghold isn't that far. It's really close. So I keep throwing eyes and every single time it points back towards my house. There's just no way. There's no way this is happening. I sail back towards my base, throw another eye, and closer. At this point, I'm just laughing to myself. I throw it again, and I kid you not, it drops right behind my house. The stronghold is literally in my backyard. I promise you this is legit. This isn't dream luck. This is actually real, bro. I promise. Out of the entire world, the stronghold spawned right next to my house. I couldn't have planned for this, man. This run was meant to go to the end. To start digging down, I place a trapdoor underwater. This helps me mine efficiently without dealing with water slowing me down. I block off the water flowing downwards and begin digging. Slowly, one block at a time. I'm not really trying to die to full damage. So I keep digging down, constantly checking my surroundings, listening, hearing, making sure nothing stupid happens, and eventually I break into a massive cave system. There's a mine shaft built right into it, but something feels very wrong. But the moment I looked down, I knew this wasn't a cave. It was more of a death sentence, waiting for a volunteer. Mobs everywhere, no clear exits, and absolutely no reason to be brave and heroic in a hardcore run like this. Places like this don't reward you for curiosity, they punish you. So to avoid all this, I instead started looking carefully around the area, checking any nearby walls, trying to see if a stronghold connects to it. But I don't see anything. The stronghold isn't here, which means it's close, but not just here. I'll tell you what, I hate to say it, but after not finding the stronghold nearby, I realized something. I don't have the choice. I have to go down here. But it doesn't mean I have to be stupid about it. So I'll build my way into the mine shaft instead of dropping in. One creeper tries to stop me, so I deal with him, and I slowly make my way in. The deeper I go, the worse it gets. I stop to look around and it finally hits me. This place isn't spawning mobs, it's producing them. Everywhere I go, there is a goddamn mob somewhere nearby. Zombie, creeper, it's insane. Even as I'm digging to get diamonds, a creeper tries to end my life. It's wow. Anyway, I head into the mine shaft and I get one golden apple. And just look at this. Look at the sheer volume I'm dealing with. This is not normal. I'm towering up. If I didn't tower up right there, I would have been dead. Look at this. Look how many there are. There's like 8, 10. This is insane. This could have been a run killer immediately, man. Now, just for quick clarification, some of the footage got corrupted here, but I did find a stronghold. It turns out it was in the same tunnel I dug in, and I just need to dig left instead of going to the right. I'll show you the footage I found, but yeah. After finding the stronghold, I made one last decision. I'm not really going to go to the end without upgrading my sword. So, I head back to the nether, I mine some nether quartz until I hit level 30. Back home, I craft a diamond sword, and then I enchant it. Smite 4, knockback 2, unbreaking 3. That is a crazy sword. Even just the fact it's Smite 4 and I'm going to the end, beautiful. Cinema. So, the stronghold is found, my gear is ready, and my sword is perfect. There's nothing left to prepare. It's finally time to head to the end. I head back into my backyard, and it still doesn't feel real. The end. The literal end of the game is right next to my house. This is insane, man. I don't think I'll ever get over that. I swim down and enter the stronghold. I start exploring the halls, taking it all in, and eventually I find the library. But there's nothing too exciting here anymore. I've already got all the loot I need. So I keep moving. I see it. A silverfish. And that can only mean one thing. I carefully destroy the silverfish spawner, watching my step, checking every block, because falling into the lava here would be the most embarrassing way imaginable to end this run. I step into the room and I just stand there for a second, smiling, ready. And then I look at the portal frame and I realize I don't have enough Eye of Enders. You've got to be kidding me. I'm not even angry, I'm not even panicked, I'm just tired, man. I just want this to be done. I want this to be the run. But that's hardcore, I guess. Nothing ends when you want it to do. So, one last thing to do. Let's just head back to the nether and get these stupid ender pearls. I get up and get straight back into the nether. No delay and no wasting time. I need these ender pearls. I retrace my steps using the black stone markers I placed earlier. And honestly, this might have been the smartest thing I've done all run. Eventually I find it again, the warped forest. And this time, there's no sightseeing. I'm here for one thing, and that's ender pearls. So, I start hunting down endermen using the boat method, and a couple kills later, I get a couple ender pearls. Everything's going well. But then, I don't know, for some reason I generally can't explain it, I switch back to the stare down method. I'm not sure why, I guess I was just bored for some reason. The enderman aggroes and then disappears, so I kinda just shrug it off and move on. And while I'm fighting another enderman, he comes back and he's like, hey, remember me? And then he starts fighting me like he's prime Mike Tyson. I'm shook and I'm moving in between trees, backing up and trying to stay calm. But he's hitting me, he's relentless and he keeps on spam teleporting. I'm trying to tell myself, calm down A-Tray, you got this, you're not dying here. Come on now. And luckily, I take him down. And in that moment, I'm just thinking to myself, alright, that's enough of that. We've got our ender pearls, let's just get out of here. So, I head back to another portal and make my way home. As I'm sailing back home, I make my final preparations. I brew every healing potion I can make and craft the remaining Eye of Enders. I finally go to sleep in preparations for tomorrow. make any final preparations, potions, gear. Ooh, showtime. Let's do this. So I spawned in and immediately started to dig my way out. I decided, let me put my pumpkin helmet on, and I realized, god damn, this takes up so much visibility. You know, it's okay. If this means I'd have to restart, I'll wear it. Also, forgot to mention, there's a reason why they call me the fastest man alive, because here on out, it's gonna be a speed run. I take some damage, but it's alright. I let him get the first one, because I'm a dog like that. Right now I'm just scoping him out, and I start to tower up to destroy one of the crystals. I destroy one crystal, drop down, tower up again, destroy another crystal, bang, next. I'm about to take some full damage, and look at that, I clutch up. That's me. The dragon launches me up into the air, and look at that, another clutch. This is normal for me. At this point, I'm all over this dragon. I'm swinging, I'm landing hits, I'm just going crazy on his head. Pause, wasn't that? He's very low, I can see it. This fight is basically done. At this point, you could just say I'm toying with my food. It's so simple for me now, especially with the sword. And just like that, the Ender Dragon goes down. Game over. I know you guys are thinking, A-Train, wait, there's still 38 days. I can't wait to see what happens next. Hey, calm down, calm down. Look at this. Oh, look down below. It's changing. 100 days. Oh, wow. Challenge complete. We've done it. Wow. Thank you guys for this journey. I appreciate you guys being here. Wow, crazy. Look at that. Wow, 100 days. With that being said, the 100 days challenge with no natural regen has been completed. Well guys, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and comment down what you thought about the video in the comment section. It's been your boy A-Train, and we out.